Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are on this beautiful, changing planet of ours called Earth. Today I'm responding to many people in my world through email, through the internet, and in person in my village. And so many concerns, sorrows, griefs, and there are also joys and changes. But within the concerns, within the suffering, within the grief, are life-giving, important pieces of wisdom that help us to be even more alive, to be even more awake, because we have encountered our own grief, our own suffering, our own concerns. And we should have resources for these places. In the Embodied Life School, we have a wonderful process. We don't have any particular religious beliefs. We have students from every belief and no belief, and it's human. It's a human group. Just as there are many professions, many ages, there's also many ways of being with something larger than ourselves, whether it's an idea or a person or a non-fiction being or a fiction being. So we have a practice that we call gathering our circle of benefactors. And it can be anything from, a grade school teacher, a grandmother, someone else in your family. It can be beings you grew up with. I grew up with mostly Jesus and Rudolf Steiner and Mary and Sophia, and my husband grew up more with Buddhism and the Bath Kol and the great beings of Judaism, and others grew up with Muhammad and as a great being of compassion. So it's also people from a movie, a hero you might have had, like Superman, or an author that you've been reading for a long time that just speaks to your heart and you feel the loving compassion, even unconditional love. These are the kinds of beings, and it could also be your dog or your cat. These are beings that love us no matter what we do, who have virtues that we aspire to. Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa. There's all kinds of beings, if you think back through your life, that are there for you. And so today, I wanted to invite you to come on a guided meditation where you place one of these benefactors in the center of a sacred garden. And you have them sitting in this garden on a bench, and there's another bench there for you. So if you're game, if you'd like to go on this journey and see maybe there's something there for you that will help with your sorrows, will help with your concerns, I am willing and prepared to take us there and return so that we can then, maybe you want a journal nearby, write down some of what you heard from your inner life through the eyes of your benefactor. So let's begin by closing our eyes and taking 3 complete breaths. It's a practice that we've used before to invite us to go more deeply inside. So you don't have to close your eyes if you're not comfortable with that. You can just lower them until there's some light left in. So you're in your world of your home and you're also inside at the same time. So let's begin to listen to our breathing. Just listen to 3 complete breaths. Good, and I call my garden Sophia's garden, as Sophia is the Greek word for wisdom. And you can call your garden whatever you like. It can be different every time. But this garden has a path, and it's a garden that begins on one level and then slowly goes deeper and deeper in a spiral-like path that makes its way down, down, down to where Sophia or wisdom or your benefactor is sitting, awaiting you. So when you're ready, begin to walk upon the path. Mine has lavender around it and roses that I can smell as I go by. It's warm enough, but not too warm, not too cold. And each step you take, you get more and more relaxed and calm. The sense of your foot on the soft path of earth. Maybe place another practice we have is placing that left hand on your chest as you walk. Notice what you're wearing. Are you barefoot? Are you socks or special kinds of shoes on? Maybe a good track shoe that keeps you sturdy. And whether you're just looking down at the path or around you as you go down, and you're walking and breathing and listening to your breath. The path is wide and open, easy to follow. It's a spiral, it's a clockwise path. It takes you down and around this garden. Beautiful, beautiful garden. Notice the sky, if there are clouds. And you're alone in this garden for now. But it's a kind of cozy feeling. And slowly as you go further down toward the center, you begin to see your benefactor, your spiritual, loving benefactor sitting there calmly, quietly on the seat in that circle in the middle of your garden. And when you arrive, take a seat on the other bench next to or across from wherever that bench is placed by you and for you. And feel the kind of care you know that he or she can give, quietly just exuding from them. And on your bench is a kind of a shawl or a small throw or blanket. And they get up, and you notice they have on long flowing robes, like an ancient person. Even if they're a tennis star, they can have for the moment some kind of a ceremonial robe on that is maybe the picture, the color you might see them in. And they come and they stand, they take this shawl and they wrap it around your shoulders. There might be a small fountain in the center of your garden, the sound of water, maybe butterflies, greenery. And then they go and sit on your bench, their own bench, and slowly when she's or he are there, you begin to lift your eyes and see them. And they're wearing a shawl and these robes. What colors are they? And you look at them directly in their warm, loving eyes, and they say to you, "Your sorrows are my sorrows. Your concerns are my concerns. Your troubles are my troubles. I am with you. I am for you." Some of these benefactors have been with us for a very long time and have seen our lives and have loved us unconditionally, or close to that. And so you begin, because you feel safe with them. They are old friends. You begin to share your concerns. It might be the concerns of the world. They don't have to be personal concerns, although everything is personal in a way. Begin to share those concerns, your trials, your sorrows that live in your heart. They live in your belly, your guts. And you breathe and you speak to them from your inmost places, the inmost heart, the belly, the heart, your secret thoughts that you only would share with the most trusted of beings. Take your time. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. The words don't have to come perfectly. But take some time and listen to what they say. See if it resonates. On occasion, as you're speaking with them, see how are they sitting? What is their gesture? What is your gesture? They might say something funny. They might be very direct depending on who your benefactor is. It's your time with them. And when you have received something, mark it in your heart, in your mind, and take a moment to thank them and thank yourself for going on this journey. And to know that your garden, if you tend it, is always there for you. And so, when you're ready, take the shawl off your shoulders. Carefully place it back on your bench. Say goodbye to them in whatever way is true for you. And when you're ready, begin to walk upon that path now in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Feel the quality of your step. Level of your energy as you walk, coming up and around, up, up, up. Maybe looking back on occasion. Are they still there? Have they gone to join the greater circle? You can call them back whenever you like. And continue walking up, up, up. So now you're having a larger view, a bigger view of the world and your garden. And you can look down now upon this garden and see where you've been. And feel whatever solace, whatever hope, whatever care you've received from this being who lives in you, in your garden. And know that that is always there for you. And you can return anytime you like. It may even be to go there just to share a joy. If you have no one else to share joys with, they love to hear our joys. They love to hear our difficulties, everything about us. Just like those of you who have children, or imagine children, or have pets that feel that way. Everything they say is a beautiful thing to us. Because they are perfect in our eyes, in that realm, perfect in their sense of their love for us, their care. They see all our inequities, and yet they still love us. Isn't that wonderful? So I hope you've enjoyed our little meditation today, our imaginations and our truths that live inside. See you again soon. Take care. Be safe.